This is plumber football, because there is only one way to succeed in anything, and that is to give it everything. Today we will be talking about a player who is so dynamic and explosive that we had to draw a comparison with an awesome Ferrari. We're talking about 5'9", 170 pounds, Deion Edwards. He is one of the famed Louis luggage brought into Boulder by Coach Prime. Edwards is poised to become one of the great Buffaloes who will leave Buff fans with fond memories long after his playing days. The beginnings for this future star began in Inglewood, California, where he was born. Not before long he was on the move east, away from this premier football state to another football powerhouse. The Edwards family landed in Texas, where tiny Texans get a head start in athletics. This is where the story gets more interesting, and foreshadows what turned out to be a pivotal moment, not only for Deion Edwards and his family but also for the University of Colorado and its fans. At this point, the potential for Edwards was brewing up some fire in a boy who loved playing football, watching the older players, and dreaming of the day he would have an opportunity to make his mark on college football. While in Texas, Edwards worked hard in preparing himself to be a difference maker on the field. In 2013, the Edwards family moved back to familiar ground in Derby, Kansas. At the time, it was a move that made sense for the family. Deion's parents are originally from Wichita, Kansas, just 11 miles away from Derby, and moving back to the area would reunite the family with Deion's grandparents. Edwards was now set to take the field at Derby High School. He would become one of the most electrifying players to ever grace the football field. In the heart of Kansas, football runs deep in the veins of the Edwards family, a legacy of talent and determination that spans 3 generations. At the helm of this lineage stands Deion Edwards, a former running back for Kansas State University in the 1990s, whose passion for the game has left an indelible mark on his family. For Deion, football was more than just a sport, it was a way of life. From the moment his sons, Deion and his brother, took their first steps, Deion knew he had a pair of budding athletes on his hands. With dedication and commitment, he instilled in them the same work ethic and drive that propelled him to success on the gridiron. He trained every day with me and his brother, and he just took a liking to it. I mean, ever since he was little, he was super fast. Deion explains, recalling Deion's early days on the field. From dawn till dusk, father and son honed their skills, laying the foundation for Deion's journey to greatness. But the Edwards legacy extends far beyond mere athleticism. It's a testament to the power of mentorship and guidance. Deion credits his father, a remarkable athlete in his own right, for shaping him into the player and man he became. From a young age, Deion's father instilled in him the values of hard work, discipline, and perseverance, qualities that would serve him well both on and off the field. During his junior year at Kansas State, Deion made headlines by breaking Barry Sanders' rushing record, a feat that underscored his talent and dedication. Yet, for Deion, the true measure of success lies not in individual accolades, but in the legacy he leaves behind for future generations. As Deion embarks on his football journey, Deion stands by his side, guiding him every step of the way. Together, they embody the spirit of Kansas football, a tradition of excellence passed down through the years, from one generation to the next. And as Deion carves out his path to glory, He does so with the knowledge that he carries the hopes and dreams of his family with him. Proof of the In the bustling town of Derby, Kansas, football wasn't just a sport. It was a way of life. And in the heart of it all was a young man named Edwards, whose passion for the game was as electrifying as his speed on the field. With every carry, Edwards dashed through defenses with a grace and power that seemed almost effortless. His running style was a spectacle to behold, swift, agile, and as smooth as a champion racehorse at the Kentucky Derby. Despite his humble beginnings, Edwards quickly rose to become one of the nation's most sought-after running backs. Blessed with exceptional acceleration and top-end speed, he left defenders in his wake as he sprinted towards the end zone. But Edwards wasn't just a one-trick pony. While he primarily played as a running back, his versatility shone through as he also lined up as a wide receiver and returned kicks, showcasing his all-around athleticism. His journey to stardom wasn't without its challenges. Yet, with unwavering determination, Edwards turned his dreams into reality. From the high school gridiron to the prestigious Under Armour All-American game, he left a trail of admirers in his wake. Off the field, Edwards was a multi-sport athlete, excelling in track, football, baseball, and basketball. Yet, it was football that truly ignited his passion, driving him to excel beyond measure. His accolades spoke volumes of his talent: Gatorade Kansas Player of the Year, Under Armour Fastest Man, and a top 10 ranking among the nation's running backs by ESPN. But perhaps Edwards' greatest achievement was leading his team to glory. With 2 Kansas 6A state championships under his belt, he cemented his legacy as a hometown hero. From his breakout sophomore season to his record-breaking stats, Edwards left an indelible mark on Derby High School's football history. With every yard gained and every touchdown scored, he epitomized the spirit. In the competitive world of college football recruiting, decisions often hinge on a delicate balance of relationships, opportunities, and aspirations. For Edwards, choosing his college destination was a whirlwind of excitement, uncertainty, and ultimately, a pivotal decision that would shape his future. It all began with a familiar face, Coach Dylan McCullough. Their bond stretched back to the early days of Edwards' recruitment, a relationship forged on mutual respect and shared ambitions. McCullough's genuine interest in Edwards' development as a player resonated deeply, setting the stage for what would become a significant chapter in his football journey. As Edwards weighed his options, Notre Dame emerged as a beacon of possibility. When McCullough made the move to become the running backs coach for the Fighting Irish, it ignited a spark of interest in Edwards. The allure of playing for a storied program like Notre Dame, coupled with the chance to continue working with a coach he trusted and admired, was too enticing to ignore. On a fateful day in July, Edwards' path took a definitive turn. The offer from Notre Dame materialized, propelling him into a whirlwind of excitement and anticipation. Without hesitation, he and his family embarked on a journey to South Bend for a recruiting visit, eager to explore the opportunities that lay ahead. The visit proved to be a turning point. Surrounded by the rich tradition and history of Notre Dame football, Edwards felt a sense of belonging that resonated deep within his soul. The campus, the facilities, the atmosphere, everything seemed to align perfectly. For Dylan Edwards, the journey towards finding the right fit took an unexpected turn, one that led him away from the hallowed grounds of Notre Dame and into the fold of a man whose influence transcended the game itself, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. The story of Dylan's connection with Sanders traces back to his childhood, a time when his father, Leon Edwards, coached alongside the NFL legend within the Truth organization. As a young boy growing up in Dallas, Texas, Dylan found himself immersed in the world of football, honing his skills under the watchful eye of his father and the tutelage of Coach Prime. Deion Sanders, a renowned NFL superstar, had established a youth football organization that served as a breeding ground for talent and mentorship. It was within this environment that Dylan made his mark on the field, showcasing his raw talent and determination to excel. Reflecting on their journey, Leon Edwards, Dylan's father, recounted the pivotal role Sanders played in their lives. That's how we got with Deion Sanders when we moved from Los Angeles to Dallas, Texas. We were with Deion Sanders for 5 years there. He explained. Through the Truth organization, Sanders became more than just a coach. He became a mentor, guiding Dylan through the ups and downs of his football journey. So when the opportunity arose for Dylan to make a decision about his collegiate future, it was Sanders who emerged as a beacon of possibility. His influence, his guidance, and his unwavering belief in Dylan's potential were catalysts for change, leading Dylan away from the allure of Notre Dame and towards a new path forged in trust and familiarity. In the end, it was more than just a football decision. It was a testament to the power of mentorship, the bonds of friendship, and the belief that sometimes, the right path isn't the one that's most expected. And as Dylan embarked on this new chapter of his journey, he carried with him the lessons learned from his time with Coach Prime, knowing that his influence would continue to shape his future. Dylan Edwards stepped onto the field with 135 yards gained, including his lone touchdown on the ground. Despite his undeniable potential, opportunities to shine were limited, with just 2 games seeing him carry the ball 10 or more times. Still, Edwards set multiple records as a true freshman running back at Colorado, hinting at the immense promise he held for the future. However, as the season progressed, Edwards seemed to fade into the background, much like other talented players before him. Coach Prime and the coaching staff recognized the need to unlock Edwards' full potential and vowed to do so in the upcoming season. Looking ahead to 2024, the focus is on maximizing Edwards' undeniable talent. With Coach Pat Shurmur at the helm, there's renewed optimism for Edwards' role in the team's success. As they say, he's just getting started, with his best yet to come. One area of potential growth lies in special teams, where Edwards has been underutilized compared to his peers. Despite just 2 punt returns last season, many believe Edwards possesses the explosiveness and skill to be the most dangerous returner on the team. As the offseason progresses and preparations for the upcoming season intensify, all eyes are on Dylan Edwards. With the right guidance and opportunities, there's been a lot of opinions regarding the Colorado running back room. Among the Buffaloes expected to tote the rock in some capacity this year are Dylan Edwards, Alton McCaskill, Savion Wilkerson, and a true freshman already turning eyes in Micah Welch. Alton McCaskill is expected to be primed and ready for a big year after recording just 14 carries in the 2023 campaign. At Houston, he proved that he was capable of being a feared carrier of the pigskin. In 2024, McCaskill will challenge for the starting running back position and will at least see a significant increase in his workload. Unlike McCaskill, we have a better sample size to look at from Savion Wilkerson, who recorded 53 carries in 2023. He averaged 3.6 yards per carry, which is not very impressive, especially for a guy who rushed over 200 times just a year prior at Jackson State and managed to average an impressive 5.2 yards per carry. Notwithstanding, Colorado will capitalize on Wilkerson's value down on the goal line, where he's keen and likely to punch it in. Enrolling in classes early and allowing himself to participate in team activities, Micah Welch is showing that he's not just happy to be in Colorado. Still, he is here to compete and see the field. Welch will get a few touches here and there, but Colorado fans will have to wait a year or 2 before we get to watch him scorch the Big 12 on the ground. In this running back room, the man of the hour is our video feature, the Phenom Dylan Edwards. Edwards is just simply too talented to keep off the field, and Coach Prime won't do it. He possesses 2 strong attributes that set him apart from the other CU running backs. 1, he is a legitimate threat in the passing game, a matchup nightmare for linebackers. Secondly, he's capable of scoring every time he has the ball in his hands, from anywhere on the field. Last year proved that getting him into the right situations proved lethal against opposing defenses. Some detractors point out Edwards' small size and insistence on getting him into space. The fact is, Edwards does operate better in space. You don't see the quality of a Ferrari that's stuck in traffic, you see and feel all its glory in the open road, and Edwards is no different. That being said though, Edwards is actually a very good inside runner. His advantage to hide behind blockers and ability to make sudden, Shallow cuts make him quite adept at navigating within close quarters. You just want to limit his exposure due to the laws of physics. But the limitation here does not fault Edwards' technical ability to run inside. Some pro comparisons that come to mind include Jamal Charles and Chris Johnson. Some people say Darren Sproles because of the height and the state of Kansas connection, but Sproles was a different breed. Edwards, on the other hand, is a sleek, finely tuned piece of engineering, who has now also begun competing for the University of Colorado track team. We anticipate Edward will start the spring game and remain the starter going into the season. As the season progresses, his closest competitor, Alton McCaskill, is a real threat to the one-player position, but he will have to look like McCaskill 2.0 to unseat Edwards, who has his mind set to cement his presence in Colorado Legends. With 1 year of big boy football under his belt, you can expect to see Edwards make significant strides in his true sophomore season. Coupled with a vastly improved offensive line and a plethora of weaponry for Deion Sanders at the wide receiver position, Colorado looks to be one of This is Plumber Football, because there is only one way to succeed in anything, and that is to give it everything.
I don't allow myself to have a bad day. I could have a bad moment. I could have a bad minute. I could even have a bad hour, but never a bad day. I'm gonna let it go. You know why? Because I got the darn remote control of life to me. I could turn me up, I could turn me down, I could add some color to it. I could do anything I want with this remote control that controls me.